Hello, and welcome back to Harriet's Computer Art Plus. Today I'm going to be working on a request that I received from one of my subscribers asking me if I could show her how to make this for an upcoming party. So I, of course, love a challenge, and this is not really a challenge. This should be pretty easy. So what I did was I made her, she wanted it in denim and pearls. And so I made up a mock-up using this design to show her how it will look in denim and diamonds because I uh, mistook what I had read. I'm so used to hearing denim and diamonds, so I'm going to change the diamonds to pearls, and this is how the mock-up came out. So let's get started. First, I need to make this denim paper with the silver trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my files, and I looked online, Googled some denim, and now I'm going to just pull the page up again with the denim. If I can, oh yeah, I think I saved it in pictures. And see if I can find it right quick and pull it up. Well, heck. Oh, there it is. Okay, open. So I have a couple of different ones. I think I like the darker one. It looks more rich. So I think I'm going to go with the darker one. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my blank screen. I'm going to bring up the top denim and drop it on my page. And looks like it's frozen. So remember what I told you. If it freezes and you can't move it, open any feature, do nothing, close it out, and then all of a sudden you'll be able to move it again. That's just a quirk in the program, a glitch, if you will. Alright, so now I need to make some strips of this in order to put around the base, this portion, because I'm going to make it out of foam core boards. So this will be very easy to make because you're just going to be cutting some 13-inch tall panels and then making just a one square flat panel for the bottom, for the base of it. So right now I'm going to make these sections right here using this picture of denim that I found. So I'm going to go to cutout and picture, cutout of picture, the cookie cutter shape. I'm going to change it to a square, and I'm going to choose the area that I think looks the best. I want, because I don't have the actual thing, all I'm going off of is a picture. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this section, and I'm going to get rid of the rest of this. And now this this denim section is flanked by silver stripes, thin silver stripes, and I think since it's for a lady, instead of just making this plain gray or metallic, I'm going to make it silver glitter. So let me open up one of my glitters that I have saved, and I'll just change it to silver. Where are you, glitter? I know it's in here somewhere. There they are. Let's see, which one do I want to... I'm going to pull up a couple of them to see which one I like the best to change to the silver glitter. Oh, that's not glitter. Actually, you know what? I like this better. I'll try out both of them, but I think I like this better. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this one up first. And once again, for some reason, it's stuck. So I probably need to just restart the app, but that's not happening. So I'm just going to keep going. So now I need to cut a strip of this. Let me see which part I like the best. Let me go ahead and make it black and white first. I'm going to go to Paint and Color Effects, Black and White. Click on the black and white, which makes it silver. I think I'll lighten it up a little bit, and then choose the part I want to add to it. So I'm going to go to Cutout and Picture, cut out a picture with a cookie cutter shape, and I'm just gonna make myself a thin strip. I'm not sure whether I want the lighter section, probably the lighter section. I guess I'll move it up here. Yeah, I'll try that one. Yeah, I'll try that one and see how that looks. So I'm not going to delete it. I'm going to shrink it and hide it for now in case I need it again. I'll just drop it under the denim. So now I'm going to bring this down and just put a piece on each side. And I love reproducing things. It's fun for me to try to see if I can remake something I've seen. And in this case, it also, that's how I learned this software so well, because I would look at a magazine page and then I would just reproduce it. And that's what taught me to do graphic design. That's how I learned graphic design. So these are pretty bright, and since they're going to be going on a white background, I think I need to darken them a little bit. So I'm going to group them together, and then I'm going to just darken them enough so that you can see a significant difference. Yeah, that works. Between the white, I guess I could lighten it up a little bit. So you'll see enough of a difference between the white and the silver so that it will at least be noticeable. And as much as I love shadows, of course I'm going to add a shadow to this, and that will also give it a look as if this is like a ribbon that's wrapped around the box instead of it just being flat. So yeah, I like that. And now I need, let's see, I need this section, I need the section here at the top, and I also need this section at the bottom. So I'm going to just duplicate this over and over again by cutting it. I think I need this a little smaller, so I'm going to group it all. Let me look at that. Yeah, it needs to be a little smaller. So instead of grouping it, I'm just going to move these over the denim. Then I'll put that shadow back on. Yeah, I think that's about the thickness I need. So now I'm going to put that shadow back on the silver portion. Oops. Go to Special Effects, Shadow, Soft, and I'm just going to pull it out a little bit so that it shows on both sides. Actually, this time I have it in here as well, and I actually like that effect. And now I'm just going to cut this out several times so that I can get multiple strips on one page. Now this is probably still a bit big, so I'm going to shrink this down some more by bringing in this side as well. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm going to make these smaller too. Oops, not that small. I think that looks good. So I shrunk it down a bit more because I've looked at it and the stripe is thinner. So this looks about right. So now I'm going to group this so I won't have to keep resizing it and trying to line it up correctly. I'm just going to cut it out several times so that I can put multiple strips on one page. Just making sure to keep my shadow in there. And then I'm going to move it up. And the reason why I didn't keep cutting before I start moving them up is because each time I cut and it puts a layer, it darkens the shadow. And I want the shadow to be this lightness all the way through. So you'll see when I cut this one, you'll see that the shadow will darken. So that's why I just cut one, move it, cut another one, move it. so that I can keep the shadow this lightness that I have it now. Once I hit done, you see how dark the shadow became. So I'm just going to keep. Looks like I can only still get just one more on here, so I'm going to cut it out. And for all of my projects, actually, I print all the papers that I use in all of my projects. It's easy to do that, and it's economical because I have the EcoTank printer, so I can print thousands and thousands of pages before I need more ink. So it's easy to, I can mess up and throw them away, and the EcoTank is just awesome because the ink is inexpensive, and you just fill up the tank again, and you're good to go for several more months or more. I actually have two of them, and I love them. Okay, so this is what I need for the stripes, and then for the bottom, I just need one full piece of denim. So what I'll do for the bottom, I'll just print 2 sheets of this, and then I will put this on the base of the flower paper vase. So I have this set up. I'm going to save this. First, I'm going to save it as a Pictured project in case I want to make these again sometime. And now all I have to do is do the pearl. I'm going to switch to that. Now all I have to do is do the pearl area with the denim. So because I don't want to do it the pattern completely. Oh yeah, actually I will need circled. So now I'm going to work on this portion of it, which is, or will just be a sheet of this pearl cutout, which I'm going to cut out right now with the cookie cutter shape. Change it to a circle, and I'm just going to bring it down until I have that pearl in the complete circle. Hit next and done. And I have my pearl, and so I'm just going to make a random pattern with circles of pearls and circles of denim. So I'm going to delete, well actually I'll just go to a new page. So I'm going to go to a brand new sheet. I'm going to drag up that pearl that I just cut out, shrink it down to, well, let me take a look, because this is completely, you're having to eyeball everything because I don't actually have one of these to go by, just going by the pictures. So those look like they're about maybe dime sized. So I'm going to go back to my blank sheet, and I can kind of visualize a full sheet of this paper. So I'm trying to see what a dime size would probably be. So I'm going to go with that. It doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to switch to my denim, and I'm going to cut a circle out of it as well by going to cut out in picture, cut out of picture with the cookie cutter shape. And I'm going to make a denim circle. So I'm going to just put them right there, and I'm going to hit copy and paste over and over again, moving them around, and then I'm going to make them more random. Just turn some more of these all different ways. Alright, doesn't look so good here, but I think it's going to end up looking really nice once it's on the box. Do a couple more. Let me try something. I wonder, should I put a little silver edge around the pearl so that it gives it a look like it's an inlay. Let me try that right quick. I'm just going to make a circle, do the metallic thing, go to fill with the gradient, click on the silver, make it into the rays on the bottom, and then I'm going to drop it behind a pearl and see if I like that better. Switch back to this one, make some copies, and do my random thing. So I made 20 copies, and I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to overlap them in different places, leave some separate, twist some around. I'll probably make some more too. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save this. So I didn't have the font to make the writing and the number, so I made them using numbers that look closely like them, and then I just added in the white areas to make it look more like the original. And then I just used a font, a cursive font. This is what is this? Amazon font, to make the portion that is the script lettering on here. So now I'm going to go and put this together. I'll see you once I get these printed out. I printed 2 of the Fabulous 70 and Happy Birthday, 2 of each of these, and now I'm going to run them through. Oh, I have 4 of these foam core boards that I cut. I was able to find the measurements for this from the website, and it is 14 inches long by 4.75 inches wide, and the base is 9.75 inches square. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to first pull up my cutter, and I'm going to cut this in half. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so both of these are 4 3/4, so they can fit perfectly onto the boards. So I have those cut. Getting the trash thrown out. And then I'm going to cut off just the edges for now on this one. Okay, so I'm done with the original Cricut. I'll put that away. And then I'll grab my Xyron. I'm going to run both of these through. These I'm just going to put on with hot glue. And then I'm also going to run these through, so they'll all be stickers and easier to apply. And I'll put these 2 through, and I'll be done with the Xyron. And now I'm going to cut my stripes apart. Alright, and I'm going to try to keep some of that shadow edge on there. So now I have all my strips cut out, and I'm ready to start putting together my base. So I'm just going to grab my glue gun and just hot glue all of these together. Let that set up a bit. Okay. So while that's finishing the set, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this base. So I printed 2 of these, and the good thing is I can line this up so that it won't be so noticeable where it comes together. So, and then the rest of it I'm going to wrap underneath the board. So I'm going to just run a thin line of glue. And it didn't even have to be all the way across. I just want to make sure that I have enough on there just to hold that in place for now. Now I'm going to size this up as to where the seam would be the least visible, and that looks good. So I'm going to, good grief, I keep losing my glue stick. Let me try that again. Now I'm going to, so I can get a good fold, I'm going to fold with the cardstock, not the cardstock, with the foam core board, so that I can get nice sharp edges. And I'm just going to run some hot glue right down this side and secure that. Put a little bit here just to hold that little spot down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Kind of push it a little bit to make sure it's tight. Fold it up and roll it around. First I need to trim off some of this because I don't need all of that. So I'm going to trim it down so it's about equal to the other sides. You leave a little extra because you have to allow for that 1/4 inch thickness of the foam core board. And now I'm going to fold these up the same way. Just make sure that I'm getting nice creases. Now if your corners look good, I'm just going to trim this at an angle on all sides. So that I will have nice, neat corners. And then I'm going to hot glue those down as well. I can actually trim this piece off the inside point. Because that's just going to be in the way. And now I'm just going to glue all of those sides, both of those sides down as well. Very quickly, and pull and push while you're doing it so that you will get a tight fit. Cut that perfectly to allow for that 1/4 inch. All right, and the last one. All right, so now you have your base. Now before I adhere this to the base, I'm going to add the decorations. Okay, so first I need, at the bottom, I need a denim strip. So I'm going to put these on right here at the bottom. So I'm going to take off the plastic. Just peel back that paper, and I'm going to line it up with the corner. So carefully pull it up because I want it right at the bottom of this. So it looks like it's working out pretty well. Stick that down. And where these edges are, I can cover that with some white paper. And if not, I could paint it white, or I'd probably paint it white because that would make it look better. Boy, this stuff gets sticky, so try to get it exactly where you want it before it completely attaches itself, because otherwise you're going to have a fight on your hands. And I'm going to take this over here and I'm going to cut off the rest of that was hanging over. And make sure it's adhered well. Now it's time for the font portion. It's always hard for me to get this initial paper off. I'm going to cut these apart because I want to make sure that I'm putting them right where I want them. And I think I'm going to start it from the bottom. So I'm going to do it like when you do contact paper. Just pull it up a little bit to get it started, so that I can get it in the right spot, like that. Then I'm gonna lay it down and stick it right at the top, of the denim, and then just roll it up. And then the other side is the happy birthday message. I'm going to do the same thing. Start it a little bit. Put it right at the top of the denim stripe. And then I'm just gonna slowly pull it up. And I'm smashing it down as I go. And then you can test it to make sure that you're getting it on straight. And right at the top of your stripe. So that looks good. The more easier I can get it on here, the less I'll have to paint those edges out. To make sure that it stays smooth. All right. So now it's time to put these on. So let me see. Yeah. So these are going to go on the top. So I'm just going to hot glue that. I'm just going to put a dot of glue right about here, just so I can get it lined up like I want it. Put it on that corner. And now I can finish gluing. I'm gonna wrap this in so that the top part of the box will be lined. If you don't want to go through that, you can just trim off the excess. This is the first time I'm ever making this, so bear with me with any mistakes, because I am literally winging this. And see, there won't be so much to touch up because this is going to wrap all the way around. That wraps around, so the only areas you'll need to touch up are just some of the corners. You want to make sure you're pulling that so it'll be tight. All right. So now we need to add our next strip. Line it up with this one. I will trim that off with my X-Acto. Much easier. All right. So now, the best spot all the way around, and I think that's pretty well centered. And I'm just going to take a strip here to remind me where I want to put it. I'll put a couple of them so that I'll have both sides lined up so I can get it in the middle. Oh, I guess I should turn it so the camera can see it. All I did was line up 2 strips of paper so that I'll know where to put my box back. So I'm going to turn it back this way because I can see it better this way. Make sure they're straight again. See if it's about the same all the way around. And I'm just going to gently lift it and try to get my glue more so on the inner side so that it won't spill out on my denim. Try to get it off. And then I'm just going to sit it back where my lines were, press it on. And there's the finished look. I'm going to get out my white paint and touch up these areas, and then I'll take some final pictures and show you how it turned out.